Thank you for tuning to The Heat. We are running into the very last turn of the campaigning period. And as usual, we will be bringing you to dwell in some of the hot issues emerging from the 13th general elections. Tonight's topic is aggression in election. Please find this video specially prepared for you.
Peaceful campaigning and election process would show to the world that Malaysia is experiencing a maturing process of democracy. And overboard provocation and violence in campaigning would definitely have a negative impact on the society and the country. The 15-day campaigning period should be used wisely by the competing parties. Public rallies, walkabouts, posters, flags, banners and visits from house to house are the normal ways of approaching the potential voters. Aside from these, the social media such as blogs, Facebook and Twitter are the new campaigning approach that's targeted at young and first-time voters and should be used properly. The authorities such as the police and the election commission officers are taking stern action against aggressors to protect the public and to make sure that the 13th general elections will run smoothly and peacefully. The chaotic and diabolical election experience of other countries such as those in the Middle East as well as African countries should be taken as examples to ensure the peace and harmony of the country remains. Thus, everybody must make sure that the coming general election is free from the aggressive behaviors of the overzealous party members.
I think violence, it is questionable lah. Violence too, other maybe from both sides, maybe from the opposition, maybe from the ruling party, but then we do not know. But then that should not be the way lah. Everybody should be able to vote without fear lah. So do not intimidate the voters lah. Voters need a chance to voice their orang punya opinion, have their own pilihan lah. That's the most important thing lah.
Violence in campaigning is a very dangerous and scary thing for me because as you can see, people are very emotional during campaigning, even setting up the flags, putting up flags when one party sees the other person taking off the flag from the setting. It will be very emotional, and then it's very dangerous when you have weapons like machetes and parangs and even firearms.
Welcome back. We are very much honored to have with us one of the most illustrious figure in crime fighting in 1980s. Yang bahagia Tan Sri Muhammad Zaman Khan, Rahim Khan, former Federal CID Chief, and yang berbahagia Dato Akhbar Satar, a criminologist with more than 30 years experience in investigative experience. Yang bahagia Tan Sri Dato, welcome to the studio. This is indeed a very hot topic, I must say. Even the president of one of the political parties were not spared yesterday. My question is, what's going on the ground now, Tan Sri?
Well, I have paid a visit to Kelantan to see one of the hottest area, so to speak. I've been going to Negeri Sembilan, of course Selangor and Wilayah. We passed through Pahang. Seemingly there is nothing aggressive or there's nothing to fear to me. However, we know there have been a number of reports lodged with the police on certain acts of violence. For example, there was this bomb explosion in Nibong Tebal.
Yeah.
There were fights, but most of the report, I think, is all about telling us posters and all that. Every party is trying to get strategic location to put their flags and all that. But be that as it may, you find a lot of areas where the flags are mixed. You may think even the Barisan Nasional Pakatan, all party may be in one team.
Yeah.
Of course, not so. But I saw that with my own eyes. There is no damage to it. But I think it's the workers. I don't know who sort of instigated the workers to be sort of wild in the sense that jeering at others. When workers from another group, another party comes to plant or to fly flags, they may jeer, may sort of taunt them with dirty words and all that, you know. That may cause a fight. There have been a number of reports on that.
Yeah.
There have been a number of reports. Otherwise, seemingly things are very smooth. I know some people are talking about that they fear trouble and all that. It's better to stay at home, don't go out at night, because it is at night that people are moving around, campaigning, also putting posters and all that. So they say better stay at night and all that. But I'm not paid to do this, but I just take an interest. Because PRU 13 is a very, very important election for the country.
Yeah.
Very important.
Dato, you want to add to this, Dato?
To me, I think the both political parties are in playing their role, so that each of the parties are trying to bring their best in the election. Anyway, before that, I would like to a little bit define what is aggression. Aggression is inflict pain or harm on another. So there are two types of aggression: physical and also verbal. And inside these two terms, there are active and passive. So I'll give you an example. Physical aggression means you hit somebody, you beat somebody. That is more on active, right? And for verbal, you calling names. That will cause aggression also if you are not careful. The other one is passive. Passive is very simple, where somebody want to shake hand with you but you refuse. That will be passive. But that will be active. But for passive, somebody call, say hello to you, but you did not answer back. That will be. But beside that, there are two types of aggression. One is called instrumental aggressive aggression, where you want to get your objective by not harming anybody, by doing professionally and using knowledge and also maturity and civilized mind. And the other one is the hostile, where you really misuse your power and misuse the making before to get your objective. You try to do harm to somebody. That is the
Dato' and Tan Sri, with all the attention on this aggression on the ground, can we say that we have lost our civility and courteousness?
I think I quite agree with what you are saying, but I think it's all instigated by the people from the party, instigating the workers and all that. People, the ordinary sort of party members to resort to sort of hostile action. The word aggression may be correct, but I would rather use the word hostile. Hostile in what sense? Destroying the flag or the holding of one political party. Then if you are, of course, they have their own security to make sure that no people from the other party do not bring down their posters or their holdings and all that. If they happen to meet on the spot, there's bound to be fight, and there have been a number of cases. So they are being instigated. The party workers are being instigated by people on the top and all that. They should refrain from doing that. Rather, they should advise them to be more civil, so that the election can be truly a good election, smooth running.
You wanted to say something, sir?
We have to remember that human need and desire will never end. So most of the people will go through legal way to get the objective or to achieve the objective. But there are some people who go illegally this will go through aggression, and they will do whatever they like, whatever they can in order to achieve the objective. But the other thing that I would like to stress here is that there are two factors that cause aggression.
Yeah.
Firstly, the criminology cited it as environmental factor. That means you have a broken home, and also we talk about upbringing,
Right.
and also the history of aggression also and also maybe abuse. They have been abused.
Right.
But the other one is the cause also is due to genetic factor. There is a study shows that aggression is caused by genetic factor because of the imbalance biochemical in your brain.
Right. In the running to the ballot box is coming Sunday, sir. Can you say that some of this violence, or not violence, aggression behavior is premeditated or an act of desperation?
In the past, I've gone to a number of elections.
Yes.
It is a mixture of being instigated and all that, just to frighten the voters and all that.
Right.
For example, if you start creating some problem near a polling station, some people might just turn back and walk home without voting. You know.
Yeah.
So you are in fact depriving another citizen of his right of his right to exercise his right. I have no doubt if it happened near a polling station or that, it is being instigated.
Yeah.
Parties should not do that. We should be more civilized. We should not go and disturb people going to vote and all that. Also, there may be cases where you may. It is quite traditional in our election to offer transport to voters.
Yeah.
You go and pick up voters from your area and all that. In your area, there may be, in one area, there may be people from another party.
Yeah.
So they may not want to take. They may say bad words and all that. And then there might be clashes and all that. But the aggression seems to disappear. Then after when the counting time is a very important time. The counting time.
Dato.
Yeah, I would like to add a little bit to
Yeah,
Tan Sri.
please.
You know, the role of the leader is very important because nowadays you see the role of social media where some of the things have been sent which is not truly true. So this is very bad for the country and also for the people to get aggressive and also involved in violence. Therefore, I think it is good, especially for the developed country, like it's going to be developed. We have to practice good moral and also use knowledge in order to obtain to get vote. Because if you talk about the public nowadays, I don't think they are interested to know about which is not that bring good things to them. They want to know about what can you give to the people, what development can you give, and also you have to be close to the people.
Right.
And the other one, the sentiment of yourself in your own constitution is very important. So this kind of thing are very, very. These factors are very vital.
I think my friend Akhbar brought a very important point about the social media and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
Not related to election. Ordinary daily crime, when something happened, but those days you have to wait for the newspaper to come out. Today,
Just a
within
click of a
second,
button. Yeah. Within seconds.
half the world seems to know what happened and all that.
Yeah.
So it's very important in this election period, especially on election day, for public to remain calm. Do not take rumors for granted.
But notwithstanding of all this, some people, have this kind of fear. Since verses 1 and 2, whose behavior, of these people on the ground is quite alien to our society. So, is this going to happen again and again? Are they going to bring this up, carry on until the ballot day or on Sunday, Dato?
Yeah, of course, because these are the only ways. Because people nowadays are using, cyber trooper and also this cyber war team, in order to send out SMS and also in their social media.
Right.
If the fact is not true, this is very dangerous, and they have a paid what you call social media writer, which is bad, because they put in all the information which is not correct. Especially when you talk about the national security, this is bad, especially for a country and also the image of this nation. When the other people or the other nation are looking at Malaysia, right? When they see that things are not going well as they stated in their social media, it will affect the economy, and also people dare not come. Especially the tourists are quite afraid to come over to Malaysia, to visit here.
I'm going to go to the next level, Tan Sri and Dato. These overzealous and die-hard party members, they call it die-hard party members, seen as the culprits of this emotional charged behavior, that they create this aggressive, behavior among them. My question is, are there any foreign element into this? Are there any foreign element, Dato? Or influence into this? Because we did not see this in the last generation, but since Bersih came into the pictures, things started to move in the different directions.
It's hard to say because we have no evidence, right? Only the law enforcement, the police will know on this issue. But for simple reason, you talk about aggression again. Right? Why do cause what cause? Especially when you go and put out your banner and your flags for your party. Right? The aggression caused because of a simple reason that in criminology cited is as the victim precipitation, where if
can you explain that in layman's terms?
Yeah, victim precipitation means if you are group A, right, and the other one is party B, right? Normally the group A will try to call name,
for example,
for example, right? But crime will not cause if you just keep quiet. So crime cause is because of this victim himself. It's not because of offender. So normally if you go to developed country, this is what they do. If people who pass remark unnecessarily because they think that they are civilized and they are educated, what they do is just ignore.
Meaning that the best response will be just ignore.
Just ignore. That will not cause crime, because you have to remember that the other party want you to respond and they have reason to cause trouble with you.
Yeah. But it may be so, but in an election, when you say something against party A, Party A is going to counter that by saying things like that.
Right.
I've been reading a lot of cyber material through the internet, Facebook, the what do you call these videos and all that. There have been a lot of dirty allegations being thrown at one another and all that.
Right.
This is not at the moment it's okay, but when there is a flash, it's going to make things serious. You ask a question with the foreign hands. This is a very interesting thing, I have gone through an election from the first election in this country to now we're coming to the 13th election. Mostly the party which is really who has got the machinery is the party in power and all that, and the oppositions find it very hard to finance the election activities. Yet in this election, things are different.
Right.
We know for certain even PAS admitted paying their people to come to Kuala Lumpur and all that. They also admitted coming to Kuala Lumpur now to get people from here to go pay for the passage back home to boat and all that. Where is this money from? Where is this money from? So I have no doubt there is foreign hand in it. But which hand is it?
We have no proof. Just
I think there are proof. I think the authorities knows about it. But they prefer to sort of.
I just would like to add something about social media. We have to remember that election 2008 and 2013 are different. Because during 2008, only one side were using social media, but the other side will not use. But right now, you can see that both sides are strong. One of the parties are using more than 20,000 what we call bloggers in order to fight. So meaning to say, people do not trust social media anymore right now. And you'll be surprised that if you check based on the statistic, right, which website is the most popular in the internet right now, you'll be surprised it will be one of the English paper in Malaysia, but the website does not belong to any political party or any individual. Meaning to say that people are still trust to the neutral information, also the traditional media. So and number two, we have to remember also that most majority of the voters are from luar bandar, correct? They are all from outskirts of the city, luar bandar, and not from the city. So meaning to say that only and to win the election, the more important is for you to influence these people luar bandar, because even without social media before or prior to 2008, right, most of the cities were controlled by opposition. This is quite normal and normal in the situation.
Back to this aggressive behavior, Tan Sri, some people say that this aggression, if it is not controlled, could lead to what they call an Arab Spring in Malaysia. Can this happen in Malaysia?
The point is this, for example, you mentioned about Bersih earlier on.
Yeah.
At first, I think the government was reluctant to allow Bersih and all that.
Yeah.
Finally, the government said, okay, you can have Bersih, but please do it at a confined area and all that. Or certain areas is out of bounds, that. This is, you're being allowed. You're not being, you're not being stopped from doing your demonstration in a peaceful manner. But I think the Bersih people are bent on breaking the law.
Yeah.
They were told definitely they cannot go into the Merdeka Square. Why did they go there? They refused to do that. They refused to confine themselves to areas where the police advised them to go. You can get them 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 in that area. But why do you want to go to the street? Why do you want to the street? You go to the street, you're going to disturb a lot of people. Shop cannot open, I cannot go and shop, taxi cannot move around, bus cannot move. You cause so much inconvenience. And then look at this. Who created the troubles?
Yes.
I would like to add a little bit to his Tansi's point. Right? I really have full trust in our Royal Malaysian Police, because history has shown that they have successfully encountered the problem of the riot and so on. And I have I'm very confident that even the coming election, if there is riot, I think, or there is what I call a gathering, I think the police can manage it, because they are very professional in this matter.
Going to this election, which is the next 2 or 3 days, what is the deterrent to stop such behavior?
To me, the leader again have to play the role, but to talk about what you can contribute to the country and talk nicely to people, because we are a developed country. High time for you to give reason, because most of the public in Malaysia are educated. I think they don't vote for you because you know how to talk, but they vote for you because what you have done right now. So you have to talk to them and also try to calm down your supporters, not to get involved in violence, because this is bad for the country and also for you.
Tansi, your advice to voters going to the ballot spots, this like your concluding statements, sir?
I am very confident the police are on top in the deployment of manpower to ensure that members of the public can go and vote peacefully, come out to vote peacefully, go home peacefully. Be that as it may, there are always loopholes somewhere for people to do it. I hope and I pray the leaders, as said by my friend Akhbar, will sort of tell the supporters not to lose their senses.
Right.
I know the police will be doing a prepositioning of the resources and all that to make sure that there is an outbreak of trouble, they can nip it in the bud. And all that. But public, of course, there's a lot of prejudice against the police about this as a result of Bussy and all that.
Right.
I think they talk about our country and compare it with the West and all that. But I think soon after Bussy, New York Times Square, remember those people sitting down regarding certain problem like that.
Right.
See how the police handled them? They were bashed up and all that.
Right.
Even in Britain, they were bashed up and all that. And let me say this, the use of water cannon is one part and parcel of disturbing the strike force from the right. So that the minimum force, the principal minimum force, don't come into body contact.
Right.
Using water. And they say the water from the water cannon is a chemical. No, it's chemical just a dye to identify take part.
Okay, sir.
You see? And then the tear smoke too. It's part and parcel of minimum force.
Right.
You fail to disperse because of water cannon, then they have to supply this. It is not something that's so heinous, so cruel, like the sort of the, what they call this, American pilotless aircraft bombing the target and all that, just to catch one man, you kill 30 others and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Dato, I think you have given your last word a moment ago. Or would you like to say about 10 or 20 seconds? Last word. Going to the.
So what we want for the country?
Yes.
Peaceful, right? So all of us act what they call confidently and make sure that there is no riot and there is no aggression during the upcoming election. So we need a free country and a peaceful country for our children and also grandchildren.
Thank you, Yang Bagai Tan Sri and Dato, for your insight and critical assessment of the current situation. Of late, the social media is very active discussing wide ranges of issues in the internet. These are few of the hottest news on the blogs. So there we have it, a very hot and blistering discussion about the topic tonight. In the midst of excitement and emotionally charged campaign, don't get overboard. Let's agree that there is disagreement between us. As the learned people among us said, civility and cautiousness is our culture. Let's maintain it that way. Feel the heat of another hot issue tomorrow night, the danger of chauvinism and racism, with Yang Mulia Tunku Abdul Aziz Ibrahim. Same time, same channel, TV2. The heat is on. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.